All right, so we're here with another video. We got Greg. We've got us a beautiful 58. Now, help me out. This is blue on white or white on blue?
This is white with blue interior, silver cove.
Silver cove.
Of course, white soft top.
You know, this is a 58. This is pretty neat. Only year you got the hood. What are these called?
The only year for the trunk irons on the
trunk irons.
Louvered hood.
Louvered hood. That's
special. A
little
bit different interior. Two-piece door panels. Seat vinyl. A little bit different than 59 and 60.
But the sexiest thing about these cars to me is that cove.
The cove.
The cove offset color. So we got white with silver cove.
Right.
And blue interior.
Right.
This will be a two headlight car since it's a 58.
Yeah, 58 was the first double headlight production.
To me, when I think classic, vintage, cool Corvette, for some reason, this is what I envision.
Right.
So a lot of people like the 58s, right?
Absolutely.
It's a very desirable car.
It may be the most desirable of this series, maybe.
And this is a restored car.
This is a fully frame-off restored car.
Oh, frame off. Let's talk about that. What does that mean?
That means the body taken off the frame
So they
chassis.
disassembled this whole car.
Disassemble the whole
car.
car.
Oh my goodness.
Restore the chassis back to the way it would have looked when it was new.
So does that mean like new paint if necessary?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Sandblast the frame.
Oh wow.
Reprime.
So we're making
paint.
this car better than new.
Yeah.
We're using modern
Right.
production, sandblasting, bead blast, whatever, glass bead,
Right.
whatever media they want to pick for the right thing.
Sure.
They're going to restore the frame, brake lines.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're going to make the car like brand new.
Fuel lines, brake hoses,
Maybe better than the
body bushings, body to frame bushings.
Are we going to paint the body?
Yeah, the car has been stripped and painted.
And then water sanded with new paint.
Yeah.
Now, will this be a clear paint or will we go back with lacquer paint?
This car is base clear.
Base
It
clear.
is base coat, clear coat, which is maybe a little different than the lacquer, but similar, real similar.
Yeah. Base and clear coat. They've redone the trim. If the chrome was messed up, do we sand that down?
All the chrome has been re-chromed. All the stainless around the windshield, the doors repolished. Every piece of it done. Of course, hubcaps polished, new tires, wheels blasted and painted.
And obviously, we're not gonna negotiate cars in a YouTube video, but we're 2023.
Right.
What is? I mean, for the person watching this video, is this a $50,000 car? Is this a $200,000 car? Where are we at, kind of range?
This car, 58 of this caliber, is anywhere from 110 to 140 even.
Okay.
And maybe
so kind of $100,000 to $150,000 car.
And sometimes more, depending on paperwork. This is a base engine car.
Okay.
The two 4-barrel engines and the fuel injected would bring some
be a
more money.
better premium.
Some more money, but the 230 horse is user friendly, drivable, trouble free, and a lot of people like that.
Now we've talked about that. Now this is still a 58, 1958.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do a little quick math. 42 years plus 22 years, 66 years old.
Correct.
I could drive this in a parade. Like you said, we probably don't want to drive in the rain.
Right.
But this car is good enough that if I put it in my collection and wanted to, I'm not really going to hurt it since it's restored.
Right.
It's not a survivor. Right. A few miles aren't going to hurt it here and there.
Oh no.
And so I could like actually drive and be cool in the parade or on a nice summer afternoon, a fall day.
Sure.
You could actually drive and enjoy this car. We've talked about this before from an investment standpoint.
Right.
In 10 years, you're going to make money on this car.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
If you had a CD or two CDs in 10 years, you're not going to make any money. Maybe now that interest is going crazy, you can make a little bit of money.
Right.
But in the last 10 years, you could actually have this car, enjoy it, and drive it, and enjoy it.
And probably make money on it
And make money
when
on
you
it.
sell it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keeping it in this condition.
Right.
Keeping it nice and.
But you could drive it once a month or every other month or something. Clean
Right.
it up.
Right.
It's probably good for it.
Well, it needs to be driven. It actually really needs to be drove. It does. Not sitting in the garage for 6 months.
Sure. In our previous videos, we've talked about awards and stuff. Is this an awarded car?
This car does not have any awards, although it's worthy of awards. Nobody's never taken it anywhere.
So would this be a car, I mean, we've talked about this before, you have this NCRS. Have they ever, if you still had this car, I think they come here, right?
We have a meet here every October.
Yeah, so if you still have this car in October, would you consider putting this car?
I could consider having it judged, absolutely,
right.
yeah.
And in your opinion, would this be a top flight awarded car?
It would do a top flight.
It would do a top flight.
Yeah, in my opinion, you know,
Yeah, well, your opinion's pretty good.
We hadn't
You've only sold 1,000 cars in the last 20 years. So assuming that it was a top flight car, you think it would be you could get it there?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, this is a nice car.
It is.
I mean, to me, so if you want a C1 classic Corvette, and I don't know how you go wrong with white, with blue.
Right.
With this gray silver Cove.
Right.
58, beautiful car.
Exactly.
Great investment.
Very
Beautiful
good
car.
investment.
Look at the paint, clear. Could use it, drive it.
Exactly. I think, David, what would maybe set this car apart is the quality of the restoration.
Right.
It's a little bit over restored. It being over restored, I don't think hurts the value of it on a judging standpoint. It might. There'd be maybe a little deduction.
But we're not buying this car to judge.
No.
We're buying this car because it's a great investment.
Exactly.
It's been base and cleared, so you can put it in the sun and use it. You can wax it back, take care of it yourself, the
Right.
way a traditional person.
Exactly.
You don't have to be a Corvette restorer to take this car and wash it and polish it up and take care of it for the 10 years that you're going to enjoy it.
Exactly.
And still make money on it. Your investment's going to be safe. Not only is your investment safe, your investment's going to grow.
Exactly.
And you're going to have this car.
This car, this great car to ride around in.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic.
Exactly.
All your nieces and nephews and cousins and aunts and uncles and every wedding and
Right.
4th of July parade and homecoming event, you're going to be the guy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, this is a good car. I mean, it's iconic.
Exactly.
Probably as good an example of a restored C1.
It is.
It's on the money.
It's a high quality restoration, no doubt. It's been totally done. Original engine in it, the date codes all line up, original motor. 4-speed, it is a 4-speed.
Oh,
some
so
of
that's
these cars,
desirable. Well, 3.
some of these cars were 3-speed. Most of the cars were 3-speed. You know, in '57, you could get a 4-speed in late '57. This is '58, and it is a 4-speed.
And it's a real driver car. You could really drive it.
Exactly.
A lay person that maybe doesn't have to be a great mechanic. Now, let's be honest, to own these cars, you need a little bit of mechanical sense or have a kind of a mechanic. You know, because this isn't like a modern car where you get the oil change every 3,000 miles and crank it up and drive it.
No.
But the average person could enjoy this car.
Absolutely, for many miles with trouble-free, you know. And the main thing is, I think, is drive it once a month or once every 2 months. Keep it going.
Right.
Keep it moving, and it
Keep the
should
battery
be
charged
trouble-free.
up, drive it down. Right.
Yeah, I suggest a battery tender on the battery at all the time while it's sitting in the garage.
I do the same thing. I have semi-trucks that we do hurricanes and stuff with. Some of them don't get driven for a month at a time. We put battery tenders on all of our stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
I hear your phone going off. You know, his phone's going off because you can call Greg on his cell phone anytime to talk to him about a car. I don't know where and what other business. I mean, we're not going through an auto attendant. We're not going through anybody. We can get you on the phone anytime.
Exactly.